The movie starts with a scene where two people are fighting in a car. Riley North is in a struggle with a thug inside the car, and he cuts her thigh. In self-defense, Riley shoots and kills him. She then hides his body in the car trunk and goes to a place called Skid Row, where she has been hiding. In her van, she takes care of her wound, has a drink, and stitches it up. She also discovers some Girl Scout cookies in a box. The story then flashes back 5 years earlier when Riley and her daughter, Carly, were leaving a cookie fair. They have an encounter with another Girl Scout's mother named Peg, who starts an argument over parking and says mean things to them. Although Carly suggests retaliating, Riley advises against it and tells her that violence is not the solution.
What an asshole. You should have punched your lights out.
Riley drops Carly off with her husband, Chris, and asks him to take care of Carly's birthday party while she goes to work. At the bank where Riley works, her boss insists that she work extra hours despite it being Carly's birthday. He mentions that the other worker didn't show up. Meanwhile, Chris's business partner, Mickey, presents him with a risky deal, promising a better life for Riley and Carly. When Riley returns home late, she finds out that nobody came to the party because all the kids went to Peg's deliberately planned holiday party. To uplift Carly's spirits, Riley suggests they go to a Christmas carnival and have a great time.
Scream! Yes! Let's go, go, go! Yeah! I'll be ready in a second.
Excited, Carly agrees, and Chris promises to make things better. Unbeknownst to them, a gang member named Cortez is observing Chris and reports their whereabouts to his boss, Diego Garcia. Garcia wants them dead as a warning to anyone who crosses him. While the family enjoys the carnival, 3 hired killers arrive and open fire. Chris and Carly are killed instantly, and Riley is shot multiple times but manages to run to them, holding her deceased daughter in tears. Help arrives, and Riley is rushed to the hospital. Detectives Carmichael and Moises arrive at the scene, and Carmichael feels sympathy for Riley upon seeing Carly's lifeless body. A month later, Riley wakes up in the hospital, and Carmichael approaches her. He requests her help in identifying 3 suspects they have in custody, warning that they will be released if she doesn't cooperate. Riley learns that Chris was killed because he was planning to steal from a drug dealer named Diego Garcia. Although Chris abandoned the plan, the information got out. Devastated, Riley is given pictures of her and Chris before the tragedy. She recalls memories while looking at the pictures and tells Carmichael that she remembers the shooters. They go together, and she identifies the 3 shooters from a lineup. Detective Moises alerts Carmichael about a missing cop who had pursued Diego Garcia in the past, suggesting Garcia's influence within the police force. They decide to distance themselves from the case.
And it won't change anything.
Riley receives an eviction notice and packs her belongings while reflecting on Carly's drawings. Henderson, the opposing counsel, tries to convince Riley to drop her case by offering money. Riley rejects his offer, and he notices her antipsychotic medication, insinuating that her memory may be unreliable. Riley angrily returns his money. During the court proceedings, Henderson relentlessly questions Riley about her medication, leading the court to doubt her credibility and dismiss her claims. Riley seeks help from her lawyer, but the district attorney remains silent and indifferent. The judge rules in favor of the accused, prompting Riley to argue with the judge about the murder of her family.
You thought it was?
I see no reason to hold the defendants over for trial.
As she approaches them, an officer tasses her, and she is taken away, ultimately being placed in a mental health program. Lisa contacts Carmichael and Moises, informing them that Riley had stolen $50,000 from the bank where she worked before disappearing. They suspect Riley's involvement in the killings and believe she has been hiding under the radar for the past few years. Unbeknownst to them, Riley is preparing herself to exact revenge on those responsible for her family's death and plans to confront them on the 5th anniversary of their murders. Meanwhile, Riley infiltrates Judge Stevens' home and restrains him, nailing his hands to a table. She confronts him, asking if he remembers her, revealing his long history of corruption. Taking a toy from the display, she leaves the house. Riley then boards a bus and detonates a bomb, causing an explosion that kills Stevens. Carmichael learns about Riley's actions, discovering that she also killed lawyer Henderson and threatened the district attorney the previous night. Diego Garcia, the drug dealer, discovers that Riley has killed lawyers and their associates. In response, he orders Cortez to put a price on her head and eliminate her. Additionally, Garcia receives threats from a rival cartel after Riley destroyed 2 of their drug shipments within a week. During her journey, Riley encounters a young boy and gives him the toy she took from Steven's home. After noticing her father's drunken state, she follows him to a store. She confronts him with a gun, demanding that he stop drinking and become a responsible father. She warns the shopkeeper not to serve him any alcohol and takes his car by offering money. She then tracks Marvin, an employee of Garcia, who is involved in laundering cartel money through a piñata store. Disguised as a poor woman, she kills 2 men to gain entry. The gang inside recognizes her as the woman from the news and opens fire on her. Riley eliminates each member of the gang, one by one, and interrogates Marvin for information. She burns down the shop along with the laundered money. Marvin informs Garcia, who becomes angry that Marvin revealed their operation to Riley. Riley's actions make headlines and generate speculation on social media. Lisa and Carmichael investigate the piñata store, but Carmichael doubts Riley's capability to carry out such a plan. Carmichael plans to contact the narcotics division for information on Garcia's whereabouts. Meanwhile, Lisa becomes intrigued by Riley's hiding place, where she has been for the past 3 months. Garcia kills Marvin, suspecting him of disclosing information about the lab to Riley. Garcia sets a trap to kill Riley. Lisa and Carmichael discover Riley's location in the crime analysis wing. They are surprised to see that Riley has gained significant public support. Lisa identifies a low-crime area from the past 3 months, assuming it to be Riley's hideout, and sets out to find her. Riley enters a warehouse rigged with tripwires and bombs, while Garcia's men lie in wait. Realizing it's a trap, she evades detection, escapes to a safe spot, and the bombs detonate, destroying the building. Garcia's men assume Riley is dead and leave the scene. However, Riley emerges from a sewer tank, steals a car, and goes after them. She blocks their path, kills them both, and Garcia realizes she is still alive. Using one of Garcia's men's trucks, Riley infiltrates Garcia's building, eliminating his bodyguards along the way. When she reaches Garcia, his daughter appears, reminding Riley of her own deceased daughter, Carly. Hesitating to shoot, Riley is stabbed by Garcia, who escapes with his daughter as the police arrive.
Mercy!
Riley escapes as well, goes to Peg's house, punches her, and ties her up.
Good evening, Peg.
She mocks Peg for her failed marriage and steals her car. Lisa contacts Carmichael, showing him Riley's vehicle, believing Riley is their ally. Lisa aims to capture Riley alive to obtain information on Garcia and his suppliers. However, she suspects someone is tipping off Riley. Garcia shoots Carmichael, revealing himself as the informant. He tells Garcia about Riley's location, prompting Garcia to search the Skid Row area with his men. Riley confronts Garcia's associate, Cortez, and kills him and his gunman.
Listen to me.
She finds Lisa's body and live streams it, exposing Carmichael as a corrupt cop. She invites the police and media to the area.
Hey.
Using a radio, Garcia calls out Riley, ordering her to surrender or face consequences. Riley complies, but as Garcia beats her, she secretly retrieves a gun from the ground. At that moment, the police arrive, and Garcia kills Carmichael, believing he betrayed him to the police. Garcia escapes, but Riley catches up with him, beats him, and prepares to shoot him. Moises intervenes, urging Riley to let justice prevail and promising that Garcia will face imprisonment. Riley, distrustful of the system, decides to fulfill her promise herself and shoots Garcia in the face. The police open fire on Riley, but Moises orders them to stop. The next morning, Moises finds Riley badly wounded at her family's gravestone. Despite her plea to let her die, Moises takes her to the hospital. The police chief appears on the news, declaring that Riley North must be held accountable for her crimes. Later, Moises visits Riley while she remains in police custody at the hospital. He reveals that there are many, including police officers, who support her actions. Indirectly showing his support, he discreetly passes her a key to her handcuffs and walks away, enabling her escape. Riley manages to break free and flees from the hospital. If you enjoyed this video, don't be shy, hit the like button, and if you disliked it, hit the dislike button twice just to be sure. You should watch the full movie. Thank you very much for watching.